All right, hello race fans. We are coming at you from Apex 1, New Jersey for our GT3 League. This is our Wednesday split. We've got an exciting one going on right now. We have pretty close standings. Couple drivers are looking up to picking up a few places. Everyone will be getting points today because we don't have a maximum of 10 drivers, so there will definitely be points going up on the board. Definitely gonna pull up the league standings, but first let's introduce our crew. I'm Nunzio, the current Apex 1 two-time world champion. Here with me, I'm joined with Seamus. Seamus, why don't you introduce yourself?
Yeah, I don't get an introduction like two-time world champion, but I own the place, so I guess that gives me some points. Yeah, proud entrepreneur of Apex 1. Happy to bring this to the community, and we got a good race ahead of us at Silverstone in the wet here.
Excellent. And we also have guest commentator Choose. Would you like to introduce yourself, Choose?
Choose or Cole. I am Groovy Hoovie's nephew, and I've actually been a little bit faster than him the past couple of races.
That just shows you that hard work pays off.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Actually, as a testament to your hard work, you are beating me in the league right now by a
Yes.
significant
Also
margin.
very true.
Yeah, the
Very true.
Monday League is pretty tight. I think there's a three-way tie between yourself, you two, and Mike Loza with 8 points. So
No, I think it's Brian. I think Cole's ahead of us.
Let me see.
I think it's me, Brian, and Mike.
I have to pull up Discord. Pardon the appearance, everyone. Let me pull up Discord so I can check the standings.
I've had some
Got-
fuel mate calculation issues.
Let's see.
That happens.
Yeah.
That happens.
So Monday League has, Seamus, Mike Loza, and Brian at 8 points, and Cole with 11 points.
Solid
There you
11
go.
points.
Solid 11 points. Yeah, great work by Cole. And then our Wednesday split, the group that you guys are watching right now. Let's take a look. We got.
Can you put it on the broadcast?
I can put it on the broadcast. Yeah.
That's cool.
Is there a way I can just have this up? This will work.
Yeah, probably.
So here's our current standings for the Wednesday League. We've got James O'Brien with a whopping 60 points leading. Chris Chialuso at 34 points. Peter at 32 points. We got some good battles. We got a battle for second going on. Three-way battle pretty much. We've also got a battle for, what is this, fifth?
Yeah.
Between Philip and Michael.
And Justice. only
Justice
a
as
point
well
behind,
is in there as well. We got a battle for eighth between Paul and Caleb. Although we do have some absences right now, so I think Paul might pull a little bit of a lead on that one. And then we've got a couple guys at the back who, all they need to do is grab a few points, snag a few points, and they're going to move up a lot of places.
Yeah. One
Just
good finish.
All it takes is one good finish.
And also, we have a drop that we didn't talk about.
Yes, we also have a dropped race. So every single driver will have their lowest point weekend. Well, I guess not really weekend, but lowest point race dropped out of the 6 races. So if you show up to all 6 races, your lowest result will be dropped. Or if you decide to skip a week, you can skip a week for free with no penalty to your points.
And so just to give a little clarity on this point standing, JOB hasn't missed any, right? While everybody else has missed at least one.
JOB has not missed any. Yeah, I think.
So that gap's not as big as it is, but it's still 45 points compared to 34, 32,
Yeah,
etc.
we do have a few guys, also other guys who have not missed. I don't think Phil's missed. I don't know. I think that did Peter show up to all of them? I don't know.
He missed one for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, 'cause we got the wisdom teeth.
not
Was that what it was?
sure. Not sure.
Yeah.
But we are rolling in with some times right now. Let me switch to broadcasting. The broadcasting overlay.
But this race, I mean, with the wet, we could have some big upsets here.
We could have
could
big
have some-
upsets. The rain sometimes, though, really sometimes I find that the dry races are a bit more like if someone takes a silly lead, it's easier to keep it. But in the rain, the inconsistent drivers really show how inconsistent they are, and the consistent drivers really show how consistent they are.
Yeah.
It's definitely tough, and the drivers are all able to modify their traction control and ABS settings to what they might feel is safe and necessary for them or fast. Whatever they want to prioritize, you can prioritize going fast. You can prioritize being safe. So that's definitely something that's interesting with the rain.
And that's the balance. I tried to go more aggressive and I was okay, but I still wasn't fast on Monday.
Yeah, I went with the so I used the wet pre-setup, and then lowered my traction control as much as possible to give myself as much mechanical grip, and then obviously I'd feel it out with the pedals. But I know James is running full aggressive setup right now.
That's what I ran.
With wet tires.
I was aggressive wet, but I dropped my PSI too low. And tell the people, what's the right strategy for PSI in the wet? Because I was off.
Yeah.
I was on dry strategy.
I
Yeah.
did make sure to specify this in the drivers meeting. I totally forgot that people would be changing their PSI. I figured everyone would be running the default, but yeah, default PSI in the rain is usually fine. Especially like we're running like pretty optimal conditions, right? Well, it's optimal temperature right now, like just a normal temperature. I mean, it is probably the most beautiful day in England I've ever seen. This is some of the best weather England's ever had.
Yeah, I mean,
here
I was thinking about taking my shirt off, going to the beach.
Yeah.
Maybe working on my tan.
Yeah.
My British tan.
Yeah. Usually, this is a nice sunny day, and what do you know what part of England Silverstone's at?
It's west of London. I know a lot of the big car companies, including McLaren, have like their big factories out there right next to Silverstone. But I don't know. It's not quite Bristol, but it's basically due west of London.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly.
Fun fact about Silverstone: this used to be a World War II airfield.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was, and then was later converted into a racetrack when everyone was demilitarizing after the war.
Interesting.
So it's been a very historical site for the country of England.
You know, one thing I always thought about Silverstone, in a lot of the corners, is that they're very wide. The track has like a lot of runway,
Yes.
and I wonder if that's because of the original aircraft, like, throwback to like a nice wide airfield.
Yeah, I don't know the layout of the airfield, but I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a lot of that in this track.
Right.
Maybe the hangar straight
Yeah.
has
Probably. Maybe that's why
it's called the hangar straight, because there's a hangars
That's
for,
it.
for planes.
It's
yeah.
very wide. Like when you come out, it's high speed and very
Steven
wide.
running with damage right now? I think Steven is running with a damaged
It looks
car
like
in qualifying.
Yeah, it looks like he smashed up his splitter there in the front.
He's using the beautiful Beefy Wisdom livery right now.
Yeah.
I love that one. Shout out to Beefy. He's missed the last couple races. I'm not sure if he's coming back.
He was here this morning, actually.
I know, yeah, I did see him this morning,
But,
but not for the league. Hope to see him back. Hope to see him back for Monday at Spa.
Yeah.
Definitely getting lonely at the front for sure.
Yeah.
Must be
The
nice.
back is really warm and comfortable
Yeah.
if anybody wants to hang out back there with
Comfortable.
us.
Yeah.
Well, I will be running the Jaguar in the next race as a
Nice.
handicap, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, we can all hang out back there.
I think
That's the best part about these GT3 leagues is that, like, though there are 14 cars, it's usually like it breaks into like groups of like 2 or 3 depending. It's like the fast guys, the medium guys, and the slow guys. They all tend to kind of group up. So there's always a battle somewhere, which is really cool.
Yeah.
And then the
Plus-
fast guys end up catching the slow guys, and then there's traffic and the blue flags, and that just adds some fun drama. So I like that.
Plus the GT3s also allow for really nice close racing, which is great. No worry about dirty air or dying tires in iRacing or anything like that. Just good,
just
clean,
arcadey
comfortable.
physics that the tires last forever and they're made of glue.
They definitely don't last forever. I will definitely tell you they do not last forever, but they do feel much better than iRacing. That's for sure.
I can agree with that.
That's for sure.
Actually, in the last race, Elion, like I didn't get a lot of practice on Monday, and Elion's like, "Look, it's raining. You don't need to change tires." And so I took his advice. I didn't change tires, and I regretted the entire second half of my race because I'm like, I should have spent the 8 seconds and got tires.
I don't know if the track conditions got worse, but I did change tires, and I was running a little bit slower in the second part of the race. I'm not sure if there was more water being accumulated on the track or what. I actually, setting light rain, I thought that maybe the track would develop a little bit of a dry line.
Mm-hmm. I didn't see one.
But yeah, no, that didn't happen. I don't think the conditions improved at all during the weekend, during the simulated weekend at least.
And the race is at 9 a.m., right? So like right now it's 9:18.
9:18, yeah.
So it gets warmer throughout the day. Would that affect like the track grip as the day gets warmer?
Yeah, I mean, I think if I had reduced the cloud level a little bit and allowed the sun to peek out a little bit more, that possibly would have brought out a dry line.
Yeah.
But we're not expecting any sort of dry line for this race, especially because we have less cars on the grid than Monday.
True.
The cars do dry up the track.
Right.
So, but I don't think that's going to be happening. It might be conditions getting worse as the session goes on. We'll see.
In terms of wetness.
Yeah. I mean, the last race, I honestly, I couldn't even tell you if changing tires was the right strategy. I know the wet tires don't degrade as fast.
I didn't change.
I was
Yeah.
losing grip like crazy. Like,
Yeah. What about you, Choose? Did you
I
lose
think I
grip?
was fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think
Nice.
changing
I
tires.
didn't
I think
change.
changing tires was the worst strategy. I just did it anyway because I just kind of had the lead, so I was just like, yeah, whatever. I'm not gonna find out.
I was like 20 seconds behind the next guy and 28 seconds ahead of the next guy. So tires, one way or the other, really didn't like affect it. So I'm like, screw it. I'm not going to change it.
Yeah. I mean, if you have a 5-second gap to the guy behind you, and I mean, if you're not going to jump anybody in the pits by not taking tires, it doesn't really hurt.
We got Ethan.
But I will tell you, at the Zandvoort race, anyone who changed tires was incorrect.
Yeah.
Yeah, incorrect.
I
Even though
think I did.
even though it eats the tires, the priority at Zandvoort is track position.
Yeah.
Overtaking at that circuit is way too
Not
hard.
a lot of passing zones. Yeah.
Way too hard.
Yeah. I tried to pass in one of those. I think it was the last chicane. Took the inside line on Ant. Tried to brake late.
Yeah.
And he just went short on me and just. I think that was my only time
Yeah.
I had a chance to take a look.
Had I known
gain
how
on him.
fast my pit crew was going to be at Zandvoort, I would have changed tires. But I didn't know how much of a gap I would have leaving the pits. I had Eric like following me 2 seconds behind, so if I changed tires, there was a
Right.
chance that Eric could have jumped me, and I would have had to pass him on track, and I didn't want to do that, so
Right.
I refused to take tires.
Right.
I definitely felt it towards the end, but it was the right move.
Yeah, so don't take tires and just defend and make him try to pass you.
Yeah, I'm usually a person that I like to be on the side of having track position.
Yeah.
So if I jump somebody in the pits from not taking tires, I would rather take my chances and defend, even
Yeah.
if my car's a little slower.
Sure.
I think that
It's a good strategy. You got to be comfortable leading. That's like one thing I struggle with, is like being comfortable setting the pace and
That's-
making them go around you.
it's very important. You have to win the psychological battle.
Yeah.
Because also it does get a little. I don't want to say easier, but like it gets a bit comforting following another driver. Like you
Yes,
kind of like
it
let
does.
them drive. You kind of like let them drive the track for you.
Right.
And then you kind of just follow along and tuck in the slipstream.
Yeah. No, I find it much easier to follow, and that was kind of my strategy going to Silverstone, was because I didn't have a lot of practice. I'm like, well, screw it. Hopefully I just get a good start, get in behind somebody good, and just follow their line.
Yep.
And it worked for a couple laps, and then my pace kind of showed where I belong, and I got passed many times.
All right. Well, as we allow the drivers to sort out their fuel and get ready to set the formation lap, I think we're gonna cut to a quick commercial break.
Yeah, I heard there's some hot lady that jumps on the TV for us, so let's take a
Yeah,
look.
I mean, I don't have an opinion on her appearance, but
thank
it
you
does
for
look
that.
like a nice commercial. So we're gonna go to that.
Hi, my name is Julie from Apex One, and we own the most realistic high-end racing simulators in Westfield, New Jersey. The fun goes beyond racing. We're also a lounge, so don't be afraid to bring your friends and family to join the fun. We host private events such as birthday parties, corporate events, and team building. Throughout the year, we have many events such as F1 watch parties, cars and coffee, and many more. Don't worry, we accept walk-ins whenever you have that itch to race or want to experience something new. Membership packages are also available. We offer black, gold, and platinum memberships. You're one seat away from racing your dream car at a fraction of the price. Whether you're into GT, Formula, drifting, or other racing, we got you covered. So book your racing session or next event now at apex1-nj.com.
I don't believe it, baby. I know you lied all night long. What you need?
And we're back from commercial break. We're gonna get the session going in a little under a minute now. Everyone's sorting out their fuel strategy. Hopefully, no one runs out of fuel.
Yes.
I feel like this is gonna happen. I told everyone to lower their fuel because the consumption is much lower in the rain. But I don't know if anyone's actually done the calculations
Right.
to see how much fuel they need.
That could be an aggressive
Yeah.
advice.
It is about a 20% reduction in fuel consumed. So we'll see
That's
if
significant.
if anybody even bothers to change their strategy. I know a lot of people have just been running. I think it's like 37.
Yeah.
That's what everybody's kind of been running for the dry races. Wondering if anyone's gonna lower that. We'll see.
Well, Silverstone's a long track.
It is a long track. The lap
Yeah.
times, the lap times are over 2 minutes.
Yeah.
In the dry, they're slightly under 2 minutes, usually like 1:59, 1:58. But
we
it
just
is,
missed somebody
it
on
is
the
a
grid.
bit longer.
Somebody's disappeared.
Oh, Sanjay didn't press drive, and he's starting from the pit lane. That's
Oh,
unfortunate.
that's a
you know,
bummer.
I saw him get out of his seat, and I think he went to go like take a sip of water or something, and then he came back, and the session started. So,
All right. Well, he's got 2 minutes to have some more water.
yeah.
Get ready for the race.
Yeah, so now everyone's setting on their formation lap. They should be warming up their tires and their brakes right now. Not sure if anyone, a lot of people in this split, I feel like don't know to do that. You know, you have to like constantly,
Right.
like speed up and slow down like over and over and over again. I don't know if you ever see formation lap,
Yeah.
but it's kind of
I got it.
something appears to be happening.
Who's missing audio?
Looks like Ethan Mandelup is missing audio right now. Probably his headphones got unplugged or something. That's typically how it goes. Or maybe he fat-fingered the mute button. These are very, very common occurrences. Very unfortunate. But we will be getting his audio back, so it's not a problem. In case you guys didn't know, this is our league is hosted at Apex One, New Jersey. We are a sim racing center. Currently, every single person in this race is sitting in the same room right now, all on full motion rigs, top of the line equipment, 20 newton meter bases, load cell pedals. Some of our sims have 4 degrees of freedom. Some of them 6 degrees of freedom. So you know we're using some great equipment. Everyone here is in the same room. So you know we solve all the technical issues here in house on the spot. We've got staff ready to come and help you out for whatever you need.
Yeah,
Did you get his audio back?
That was an easy one. The keyboards have a mute button.
He fat fingered the mute button.
And he
yeah,
put the
classic.
keyboard down, hit the mute button. Happens to the best of
Chris
us.
did that before too.
Yeah.
And him and Chubes were sitting down for like 10 minutes trying to figure it out, and I just came over and
I was checking all the wires.
Yeah.
That
was my first thing. Check the connection. Did he pull on it? No. Check the keyboard. Volume up. Boom. Racing.
Now I know.
Check the volume slider on the wire.
Yeah, there shouldn't be a reason for it to change mid-race. It's usually when somebody first sits down we get those volume slider issue.
Yeah,
but,
sometimes somebody like.
But you never know.
like
Windows
sits
is
on it or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Windows is a tricky beast. But I want to see the jump that we get here. I had a really good start in
Yeah.
our race.
I think we're
And
gonna,
I wanna
I think we're gonna
see-
take off auto cam and go to the. I don't know if we're gonna go to TV cam or heli cam for the start.
Ooh, Helicam might be
TV
good.
one.
Good.
Because I want to see.
overview.
I liked how in our split we had like an over-the-top view of like where everybody was starting from.
Yeah. Try
Um,
kind of click through some. Let's take a look.
Yeah, I mean, it's really
might be
the main ones-
Helicam, right?
The main ones are the Helicam TV2 and TV1. So
Wing, passenger,
wing is the
driver,
rear,
bonnet.
bonnet's
Yeah, those all make sense.
Keeps cut. Is this? Oh, autocam's still enabled. Let's turn that off. And then like bumper, bonnet, passenger, driver. Look at the focus in James's eyes. I can see it from here. Can't you see it?
I don't think he's blinked in like
Yeah.
ever.
I mean, his head is completely motionless. I mean, he is strapped into that seat.
Well, there's some pretty good bolstering on that seat,
Yeah,
so that
there
might be
is.
holding his helmet straight.
Yeah. Oh no, I see his head bobbing a little bit as he turns. See? Like, he's moving a little left and right.
It does look locked in.
But he is locked in. He is locked in. How about Phil? Is Phil locked in? Oh yeah, Phil is dialed.
He's leaning into it too.
Phil
He's-
is dialed. I'm not sure why it's because they're driving different cars. Looks like the Ferrari's a little
Ferrari's a
closer.
little tighter, yeah,
Little
less-
camera placement.
Less
But
space.
anyway, as we approach the start finish line, we're going to be lining up in double file now.
I just love to see Alexis up in pole position.
James is really far ahead. I wonder if Chris is actually in his box to start.
He
I
looks
think
like he's
Chris,
a little far back, but
Chris
he's got
is
to
going
get
to
up
have
there.
to move up a little bit. I'm not sure what he's doing all the way back there. Hopefully we don't get any drive-through penalties.
Hopefully no teleporting.
Or did Sonny
No
qualify
teleport.
P2?
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Did Sonny qualify
No,
P2?
Sonny was like fifth or
Okay.
sixth, because he was kind of third back in the
Right,
third
right,
row.
right.
Yeah.
Well, now we got everyone approaching the speed limit, and the green flag is going to be coming up anytime. There it is.
Go, 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 go.
And,
Chris got a good jump. Oh, but JOB's got a good lead.
Will we be seeing Peter dive in the middle?
This is a good cam. I like
This is
this.
a good outside line from Chris.
He's still pulling.
But yeah, James is pulling on that straight. That Lexus has insane straight line speed. Oh no, James is a drive-through penalty. He started
He
way
jumped.
too ahead.
Oh,
That's what was happening. Chris
that's
was in the
why.
right spot. James was too far ahead and now has a drive-through penalty. Well, this race just became very interesting. There's a huge crash.
Oh, wow.
Huge crash.
boy.
Oh my God, Chris and Pete
Oh,
and
no.
Paul.
No.
And I think I'm not sure who else lost places there. Maybe, I think Peter lost a little bit of time, but didn't lose any places there.
Zhivago and Matthew and Ethan, all these people.
Well,
Yeah.
James has a drive-through penalty, so at the moment the net leader right now is Peter. We're on board with him right now. Looks like there's a little battle going between Scordo and Phil. Hopefully Scordo can
Yeah,
set
keep it clean.
keep
and
some
just-
good pace, and yeah, keep it clean.
Who's that
hopefully.
coming up in the? That's Zhivago with that aggressive.
Oh wow, Paul's going for a nice aggressive overshoot.
That was
but-
looking good. Steve
Not
closed the
bad
door on
move.
him though.
Yeah, not bad, not bad. Let's switch to this cat. I think this is pretty good.
Ooh, Paul with a
getting
little
loosey-
slide.
little
Yeah.
loosey-goosey there, but he keeps it together. I think who's that picking up? Was it Chris?
Chris, with the overtake, nice.
Yeah, he's looking to pick up a few places again after that's turn 2 incident. Not sure what that is. We're definitely gonna have to replay that.
Oh wow.
Oh
look
wow,
at,
that's
look
a
at
that's
that.
a ballsy overtake. I
Oh.
think
Let's.
that looks like it's on Chris. I think that was
Coming
Chris's
in.
at fault there. Yeah, that
I'd
was
have to see the other angle. It was
that
a
was
little
a very
tight.
aggressive overtake. We're going to be reviewing incidents in a
It
little
kind of
bit.
looked. It looked like Steve kind of turned in on him, but he was.
Looks
he
like
was
Ethan
died.
just spun and
Oh.
died, and
Leaderman.
not a great start from him. He's still spinning around in the grass.
That was an intentional U-turn. That was a pro trick. to
Matt
flip it.
Butler
Oh,
also having
Butler.
a spin.
Why is he?
Unfortunately,
Oh, he's backwards
seems
right
he's
now.
facing the wrong direction. Hopefully, he doesn't rejoin right into Ethan.
Good awareness. Good awareness from
Very
Matt.
good. Let's pull back to this battle between the three-way battle between Paul, Chris.
Ooh, look
and-
at this.
and
This is tight.
Steven. Chris is looking to get up the inside here. I wonder if he's going to get in a run into the Stowe corner. That's a very dangerous corner to go for an overtake. That's where Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton had their infamous collision in 2021.
Yeah.
2021 British Grand Prix. Yeah. Looks like is that Scordo going a little wide there. Chris
He
trying
kinda
to
followed
take
his lead.
avoiding action. Scordo
Oh,
really
squeezed
taking
him.
it. Oh my
Oh, what
God!
just
What
happened?
happened? What is happening?
What just
That
happened?
both of them took the completely wrong line. I don't even know why either of them got into any sort of collision. But
That looked a lot worse than
we're
it
gonna have
should
to
have.
review that in the incidents. I feel like there's gonna be quite a few penalties being handed out. We're gonna have to follow along with these battles because
We're only 3 minutes into this race,
You already got your work cut out.
yeah,
for
I
you.
know.
and it is
Let's see the incidents. We got
full of drama.
We've got 5 contacts to
That
review.
makes it interesting, though.
Oh yeah,
Fun to watch.
this is good. We'll review this in the middle of the race when it starts to spread out. Yeah,
But no, I think now is the time to start reviewing some incidents.
got some good gaps.
It looks like Ethan might have spun again. That's unfortunate for Ethan. Yeah, I think Chris is going to pull a gap on Paul. At least that's what's going to be expected. He should be catching up to Phil soon. We'll see. I mean, we'll see. Maybe Phil's got the pace, you know?
Ooh, Chris took a really wide line there.
James rejoined
He might get an off track for that.
after serving his drive-through penalty in 6th position.
Oh, that's not bad.
So he's going to have his work cut out for him to try to reclaim that lead.
But when he was running what 2:08.7 for his lap time, I think.
Yeah,
at his qualifying
yeah,
pace.
yeah.
I mean, he's significantly faster than so far the laps we've seen. We'll have to see how
Yeah.
everybody tracks.
Yeah, looking to see what times he sets in the race. Not sure if the race conditions were allowing for better lap times, maybe the drying track. Not really sure, but we'll see. We'll definitely keep an eye on James. I mean, he is catching up to Scordo right now. They will be fighting.
He's not
for
a full
position.
lap down, right? He's just
No, he's
yeah.
he's on the lead lap.
Right.
He just served the drive-through penalty. He's
Right.
got a big gap to the leader.
Yeah, but he's about to take
He's got
6th right now.
He's got an 18-second, almost 19-second gap to leader. Makes him quick, easy overtake onto Scordo. A nice move there. Scordo looks like he's braked a little early. And,
He did,
James
yeah,
just-
kinda
just
opened it up for him.
capitalized on it. So
Yep.
Good
Well, hopefully-
racecraft from James, to be expected. for
Steve
sure.
can follow in his footsteps and ride that
sure.
that advisory line now.
Well, let's pull in with Chris, who seems to be pulling the gap closer to Phil. Phil right now is possibly in the best position he's been in all league.
I agree.
I hope he holds on to this as much as possible.
That
Yeah.
would be nice.
It would be nice to see Phil on the podium. I'd love to see Phil
Yeah.
spraying champagne.
Just
at
not
the end of
in-house.
the
You can
race.
just
Not
spray it
in-house,
outside.
you can spray
Just
it
on the
outside, That's
sidewalk.
right. Yeah.
It is now the season where we can do champagne sprays outside.
Yes. Yeah. The weather has gotten warm enough for sure.
We might have to build an Apex One champagne room
Possibly.
just for the spraying of celebratory champagne.
Perhaps in the shower room.
It's not that big.
It's not that. You're right. It's not that big.
That's like
Oh,
barely
Chris,
a one-man
Chris got his
operation.
overtake onto Phillip. Let's get a quick.
Oh, wow.
Let's get a quick replay there. See what happened there. Looks like
Takes the inside. Phil gives him the space,
and Phil
and-
kind of. I think Phil's just struggling for grip out there.
Yeah, it looked like it.
Yeah, that's a tough corner to take. If you take that wide, it's game over.
Hard to get the power back
You
down.
lose like a whole second. So Chris holding that lead pretty comfortably. We got a battle between for not last position right now between Matt Butler.
What
and,
is
Ethan Mandela?
Steve have
Mandaloop, sorry.
a red number on his number?
Oh, so the number that's associated.
That's his car number, right?
Yeah. So it's based on the Steam ID.
Okay.
And it's like the license that you have unlocked. So that simulator still has a rookie license.
Oh, okay.
And all the other sims have silver licenses.
So it's nothing to do with his driving in
No,
this race.
nothing to do with his driving. No, it's just that simulator has probably been involved in the most incidents and also the slowest driving.
Okay.
Least
So
consistency.
still in that
So
bronze.
it would make sense because we usually put our noob drivers on the spiders.
Yeah, especially early in the season.
Thanks to Steward Nick, who decided not so fast drivers get the spiders.
At least in the first part, give him some advantages.
I mean, I don't think the spider's an advantage. It's just a more enjoyable experience, you know?
You're not fighting the sim and the track.
That's true. That's
The-
true.
the
The
GT3
GT3s are a bit rough.
Could be a little rough on this track.
Yeah.
Buckle up your seatbelts.
Let's see. We got Paul.
We got the black and purple Monster Hunter coming up on a.
I want to tune into this battle between Paul and Philip.
Oh, yeah.
I think Paul's going to
Less
pick
than a
up another
second
position.
gap.
You know, I spoke with Paul prior to the race, and I asked him if he practiced for this week. And he said, you know, I always do better when I'm not practicing. And that's kind of coming to fruition right now.
Let's see the strategy. He's battling for a podium right
the
now.
no practice strategy is pretty crazy.
And
I'd like to see Paul tuck in a little bit more with the slipstream. And, you know, I see a lot of drivers not really following as closely.
Right
as
on
they need
him,
to.
yeah.
Yeah, as tight on the slipstream as they should be.
yeah, get behind him. Yeah, until
Yeah.
you need to overtake.
It'll drag you at least another 3/10 throughout the lap. Which 3/10 is significant, you know.
Yeah.
3/10 a lap. Oh, here comes James O'Brien coming to join the party.
Oh wow, he closed the gap quick.
Yeah, he's hungry. He is hungry. He got that drive-through penalty. Not sure if that was on purpose. I mean, I don't really expect that.
That's
from
a
James.
strategy
Yeah.
though, right? I mean, if you can get really more than a 40-second jump off the start,
Yeah, I mean, I'm not
drive-through
really.
is pretty aggressive.
I mean, I think if you start.
Wow, look at that overtake.
Wow, that was a great overtake around the outside.
In the inside.
And he's diving up the inside. You know what it is? That corner's flat. I don't think Paul knows that.
Yeah, he pushed hard.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the cool thing about Silverstone. There's some really tight technical corners and then some just flat once you get through the technical
Yeah.
part.
And these flat corners, some of these flat corners, you have to really, really, really get the line right. Oh, and Phil's onto the.
He was giving him some space
Jobs
and
onto the grass
a little
as
too
he
much.
Goes for the overtake on Paul. Has the outside line.
This is
Let's
hanger
see-
straight,
let's see-
right?
Let's see. Yes, that's the hanger straight. Yeah. And James gets a nice, neat move around the outside and gets back on the racing line rather quickly. Hits that apex though.
It's coming for Phil.
Very, very dialed in with his braking points.
He's just closing it.
Yeah, and I think James is looking to hunt down Phil next. While we wait for that gap to close, let's take a look at the incidents. Let's go back to the lap 1 incident. We've got Matt Butler who's going up the inside here.
Good gain.
And,
Oh,
that's
hold on.
gonna have to be a 5-second penalty, I think.
Hold on, go back. Can you see it again?
Yeah. This is Nah, he's not even turning in.
He wasn't turning yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fly for that. All right. Well, it's gonna be a 5-second penalty for car number 1. So it's All right. That's for the lap 1 incident. Let's get back to our incident reviewer. We're gonna go along with Peter, who got this was the big one with all the front runners. Let's see what happened here.
Oh,
Peter.
Peter sent him. He
That's
should
gonna
have
have
yielded.
I think that's gonna have to be another 5-second penalty.
Did he give the position back though?
No, we did not.
Oh, then
No, we
that's a
did not.
5-second. Yeah.
Gonna have to give him a 5 for that. So let's go ahead and distribute the 5-second penalty to Peter. Definitely want to get these penalties in before the pit stops.
Right. Is that so they can serve their penalties in the pit stop?
That way they can serve the penalties in the pit stop and not post-race.
Are there any time limits on serving them, or is that only on drive-throughs and stop and goes?
Oh, this was the same contact. Let's see what
I
happened
think only
here.
drive through and stop and go.
There's a lap limit, like 3 laps? Yeah.
I don't know, Seamus, do we think this is a holding the brakes incident?
Let's see.
So he gets spun,
He's on the brakes now,
and
yeah?
then he's moving.
Oh, he tried to get off. I don't know. He did hold his brakes, though, you know? Like, you
Did
could
he?
see it. You could see it. It looked like it to me, at least.
Hold on, I have to...
It looked like once he stopped, he tried to pull on off the track to re-enter, and somebody passed on the
I wanna see this. I
outside.
want to see this one more time.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't use the HUD.
Ooh.
I'm not a big fan of that, Seamus. I'm not. There's drivers passing. I'm not a big fan of this.
How long do you wait? I think he would have gotten hit
At
anyway.
least until it's clear. At least
Yeah.
until you
The
know it's
proper
clear.
way to do it would be to
Like,
sit
you can't
on
just
track.
you can't just
Wait.
continue
Yeah.
driving, you know, as if nothing happened.
Well, I don't know.
But he wasn't aiming towards the track.
He was aiming off the track to
Yeah,
clear
but
the
you're supposed
track.
to stay still and allow all the others to avoid you.
Yeah.
So, all right. But
I'm a guest steward, so I'm more of a consultant in this role.
I know Seamus doesn't like my stewarding decisions, but this one
I try to give the benefit of the doubt to the driver. If it's good intentioned, I try to give him that, you know.
I'm gonna actually.
Nuns is more of a stickler. In the endurance
gonna-
race, I tapped a guy who was not even affected during my tap, and I still got a penalty. And that 5-second penalty did affect my race because I lost to AntMad by less than 5 seconds. So
That's fucked up.
I'm gonna throw a desk right now. Now I'm getting heated.
Time to crash out.
You just typed that out?
Yeah, I can,
That's-
and everyone can see it. That way, when anyone comes at the end of the race, yo, look at that penalty.
Yeah, that's good. Instead of like, hey, I got a 5-second.
But I think Peter, I don't know. Is that you think that's a 5-second penalty if I'm gonna give Chris a holding the brakes penalty? I mean, they're isolated incidents. You know what I mean? It's not.
They are. I mean, Chris wouldn't have got the 5 without Peter's 5. I don't know. What are you thinking? Increase Peter's?
I mean, I just don't think that. I think that you getting into a collision doesn't excuse you from having an unsafe rejoin.
No, I agree.
So, I know that it gets frustrating, but I mean that's just gonna have to be how it's ruled. Unfortunately, I hate to be the meanie,
That's how it happens.
but that's how it goes. Let's see. Ride in with Scordo. There's
We got
another
contact
collision
in
here.
both Scordo and
that's. Oh yes, I remember.
Is that Chris again?
This happening live.
Well,
Yeah,
go-
this is Chris live. Yeah, this is a dive bomb. Chris.
dive bomb attempt.
I think Chris is entitled to space there.
It was the same thing in Matt,
Yeah.
Matt Butler's though. He didn't start turning in. He should have started turning into the apex.
I mean that's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. This is a heavy braking zone. It was before the turn-in point.
I don't know. The leading.
Scordo's spotter was definitely yelling in the mic, saying car right," and you know.
With the
I do
visual.
think that one's a racing incident. I do think. There's another incident between Scordo and
between
Chris,
the two
though.
cars,
Yeah. Let's see this one.
and there was no outcome from that.
Oh,
right?
this one was kind of a brake check by Scordo.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure what's going on there. Let's replay that again.
I don't think there's such thing as a brake check.
I mean, Scordo gets off the line in front of Chris and then brakes way too early.
Unnecessary
What is
brake.
your? Yeah, I can't. I mean, I can't rule on that either. I
He
mean,
kind of wrecked himself, so I mean
yeah,
the
he
penalty
wrecked
was
himself.
served.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah. All right. Well.
All right.
That's the end of our incidents. Let's go back to our autopilot cam.
Let's see how we're doing here.
We're riding along with Phil right now.
Why is Steve in the pits?
That's a great question. Maybe repairing damage. Let's go with Paul right now, who's in a pretty intense battle with Phil. Goes out wide and rejoins. They're on the Hamilton Straight right now, going into the what would be turn 1 if this was a Formula 1 race. Wow, that was a great move by Paul around the outside. That was excellent. Great job from Paul there. Currently we have James. Let's ride along with James O'Brien. He's looking to catch Chris right now. He's 3.5 seconds behind. This is his fastest lap with a 209.1. It's a decent lap. Definitely second lap faster than Chris is going right at the moment. Oh wow, new fastest lap from our leader Peter Zamora.
Nice.
So yeah, he's doing quite well. I don't know if he's going to be able to hold that lead. This would be Peter's first win in the league, and also
Really?
if Peter were to hold this lead, this would be the only race so far where James O'Brien has not won. He has won every race so far.
Crazy.
So let's see if he can hold first place. He does have a 5-second penalty, so we'll see how that goes. Chris right now also has a 5-second penalty, and he's 3 seconds ahead of James. Now make that 2.5 seconds ahead of James. So the pit window should be opening up. I think if James is intelligent here, he'll pit early to get his pit stop advantage, and then come back out in front of Chris, and then use the rest of the time to try to catch Peter. He just has to get within 5 seconds, so we'll see how that goes. There's an 18-second gap right now, 17-second gap between James and Peter for the lead. So we'll see if James can redeem himself after that early drive-through penalty from his less than optimal start. Right now, I was just saying how James should pit early because Chris has a 5-second penalty, and James should avoid trying to overtake Chris for position.
Right. Yeah, just get in and out,
Yeah.
get back in there.
Yeah, get that overtake in the pits is the best way. Everybody wants to be a hero on track, but sometimes getting the undercut in the pits is the best way to go. I wonder who's going to be changing tires. I kind of want to go around and see whoever pits, if they're going to change tires. I want to see if
Can you open that for me?
yes, I want to see if James changes tires. I want to see if Chris changes tires. Pretty much everyone, to be honest.
$3. All right, you're good.
And there's the pit window, so I'm anxious to see who's going to be pitting. I think if James is smart here, he will pit in this upcoming lap. Not now, but he's going to go around the track once more, and then instead of going for the overtake, goes for the pit stop. But I don't know.
I hope everyone pits in the right pit lane.
Yeah, I hope that no one gets a drive-through for speeding in the pit lane. That's been happening.
Or Mike on Monday went into the wrong pit lane.
Yeah, I didn't even know that was a thing.
He went
the
into
F1 lane.
There's an,
in Zandvoort?
No, on
No,
this
on this-
one. That's
this
what he
track.
said. He said he went into the F1 pit lane.
Oh, Mike Loza went into the F1 pit lane?
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, that's so funny.
I didn't know that was a thing.
That is so funny. Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a different pit lane here.
Props to him for knowing the track.
Yeah. Yeah, he definitely did his homework, he did the wrong homework. He did the wrong page in the workbook.
Yes.
Yeah. It's happened to me before.
Can you open that again? See if you can give me a 10
Yeah.
or 2 5s. We didn't have a 10.
Paul's in the pit.
2 5s.
Oof, getting low. Thank you. Tooth fairy money.
What happened? Aiden lost a tooth?
Kean.
Kean lost a tooth?
He's
What happened?
shedding teeth like crazy.
Did Aiden punch him in the face?
He woke up in the morning and just ripped his canine out. He's like,
wow.
"Ah, no tooth." I'm like, that wasn't even wiggly. How?
The old string in the doorknob.
Looks like
technique.
Yeah.
James is pulling up on Chris here. Now is definitely the time for James to jump in the pit lanes here. He's approaching
Yeah.
sector 3 now.
Oh.
And never mind. He does it on track. Well done, James. I think let's get an instant replay. I actually want to see
Maybe from the back end?
Yeah, I want to see Chris's POV here. Looks like Chris got a little.
Oh, a little wide there.
Got a little dazzle.
And he's still driving on the curbs. You can see the traction was hard to put down.
He lost it. Yeah, he definitely got to stay off the curbs in the rain. Looks like he got a little frazzled and conceded the position of James. So now James can stay out and use whatever pitch strategy he wants to.
Yeah, and you can see the confidence and the experience
we got
in the
Peter
racing.
right now pulling into the pit lane. Where is Peter sitting right now?
Peter's over on the right, drift 5.
Yeah, over on the right. I want to see if his pit crew decides to change tires or not. Chris also pulling into the pit lane.
You could put the
so does penalty.
USB extender and take that over there if you want.
Oh, that's okay. I don't really know how to set all that up.
Might break the mic too.
But we've got Chubes going to check the pit lane. He's changing tires. What about Chris?
We'll see. If he doesn't take tires, he might jump out ahead of Peter. Oh, we got Matt pulled a little too far. I wonder if he's going to be all right. Oh, they got him.
I don't think Chris is changing tires.
We'll see
He's
right here.
opted. I can see from peeking through. No, you can't see here.
No.
No, you can't. No. The pit crew effect is it's like a local, it's like a client-based thing, not a server-based thing. But let's tune in with
I don't
James
know.
right
Peter's
now.
already out. If he didn't take tires, Chris should be back on the track.
Peter just had a good stop.
Oh, is that what it was?
So Peter, why'd you say Peter?
Peter's changing tires.
Are you sure he's changing tires, or did he get or was he serving the 5-second penalty? Because that would have added 5 seconds to his time.
So I saw
Did you see a pit crew?
the tire check.
Oh,
Yeah, the
okay. You
pit-
saw the tire check. All right.
And then Phil is the only other one that's changing tires.
All right.
On the the MFD?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's see.
Unless they
I want to
change
tune
it
into
last
James
second.
because I
Yeah.
want to see him coming out of the pits. We got a yellow flag here with Paul. He's got a lot of damage on that front. I think that was when he ran into Chris at the beginning of the race.
Yeah.
Hopefully he remembers to uncheck damage repair. 'Cause
Right,
it
on the
looks like
bodywork.
It looks like he might be all right with that. But I'm not 100% sure. That does kind of look like considerable damage. You can see his hood bouncing up and down a little bit. So that Porsche that has seen better days.
Always a shame to see these beautiful cars getting beat up.
Yeah. Thousands of dollars worth of damage happening on a regular basis here on the Wednesday split.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like tens of thousands,
Yeah.
if not more, per car.
For
The,
sure.
the insurance companies are not doing it. Terrible day to be an insurance company.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to
Terrible.
get covered next season.
I don't
think it might be
Or
self-insured.
their premiums are going to have to be raised. Let's see. We got Paul right now is getting blue flagged.
Oh, we got some commentary over here. I didn't see this over here. Let's go Racing Boys
Yeah,
from the Blazer guy.
that was Vic during the formation.
That's
lap.
Killer Vic?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
What's up, Vic? Thanks for watching.
Not sure if he's still with us, but feel free to type in the chat. We are watching you guys. So. I don't know who to tune into right now. We got Philip coming into the pits now.
What's the gap? We got
James has not started his pit stop yet. Probably
Chris.
gonna
Look
be-
at Chris coming up on Sonny. He's really closing that gap on him.
Oh yeah.
He was at
I
2
think
seconds. Now he's at 1.7.
Sonny hasn't pitted yet. Ethan looks like he's a blue flag. See how that turns out.
Yeah, Chris is already under a second. Oh my gosh, that was a big exit for him.
I think Chris repaired his damage.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
Why he took so long
I
to
mean,
come out?
look at his car. It looks brand new.
It does look brand new.
He got a few collisions. Yeah, I think that's damage.
Oh, that
something
didn't sound
happened.
good.
Oh my God! He just cut away at the perfect time.
With blue flag, I think that might have been
Let's get a little
Ethan.
replay here. What happened?
Oh, hold on, we need a better
I
angle.
think
Try
we're gonna
TV2.
have to- No, we're gonna have to go into. We're gonna have to do an incident report here.
All right. What a shame. We were just talking about how beautiful his car is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did look nice and new. I think we jinxed it.
Yeah.
We have a couple incidents. We were 5, right?
Yeah, we were on that one next. Car 1 and car 720. Oh, what?
that was weird.
I think Matt as a blue flag was trying to get out of the way
Maybe. Yeah,
because
that
he was a
not
full
very-
stop there.
Oh, we do have James in the pits though. I wanna cut to this. I do want to cut to James in the pits. Oh, sorry.
What are you looking for?
He's pulling into the pits right now. I want to see him come out of the pits. So let's
Where
tune
he
in with
ends?
Peter right now.
Yep.
Yeah, I want to tune into this because this is quite interesting. Peter was leading and had a 5-second penalty. So we'll see. He's approaching the final
pit, yeah.
3 turns right now. 2 turns.
He could come out ahead of
And
JOB.
We'll see who comes out ahead. This is pretty exciting. Let's
Jump to JOB real quick.
Yeah, let's jump.
Still there.
Still in the pits. Should be leaving the pits very soon. But yeah, I think Peter is going to exit ahead of James, and we're gonna definitely tune in to see who's going to catch up here. James is coming out.
James coming out, but Peter is ahead.
Peter is ahead. Yeah.
I think this is now the time to go back to that incident with Chris and see what happened with him and that blue flag.
Yeah, so James has to make up a 6-second gap on Peter. So a lot of time made up in the pits. Oh, drive-through penalty again for James.
Oh no, too hot on the exit,
Oh
huh?
my God.
Or maybe too hot coming
The
in either.
entrance, I don't know.
Yeah.
Another drive-through for James. It's not looking good for him. This is his second drive-through of the race.
Good thing he's got a drop. We were just talking about that coming into
Yeah,
this.
yeah, I know.
He hasn't had to drop any of this race.
This could potentially be the first race that James O'Brien does not win, ladies and gentlemen. This is an exciting one.
All right, let's go back and revisit that.
I feel like
yeah?
I feel like we're watching like Lewis Hamilton when he was like winning every championship, and like the only way someone else would win is if he messed up.
Yeah, and that's what's happening here.
That's what's happening here.
You don't have to
alright,
win. He just has to lose.
so back to incidents.
Yep.
All right, so let's check in with this one between Philip and Scordo. Oh, that was kind of self-inflicted by Phil. He had way
He had a ton of
too much
space.
space. on
Why
the
didn't he
inside.
turn? Yeah,
Way too much
Scordo was
space on
being
the inside.
respectful. He was on the outside.
Yeah, he might have been a blue flag there. I'm not sure. I think he was, but
And he was
that's
yielding?
that's kind of like not his problem. Scordo really needs to pit. I really hope Scordo knows that he has to serve his pit stop.
He's got one lap left.
He has one lap. This is the last lap to pit.
All right, let's go back to the.
Where is he right now? Hold on, I just want to see where he is. All right, he's approaching sector 3. I don't know if he has enough time to pit. I don't know if he's gonna make it. I hope he pulls in.
Oh, this is Hanger Straight, so he's got the chicane and a right turn. It's gonna be close to. We should watch this.
He's gonna make this.
He might get DQ'd here.
I mean, he's not gonna get DQ'd. I think it's a 150-second penalty.
Oh, you don't get DQ'd?
Didn't
130-second.
Nick got
It might be
that
130.
on
Yeah,
Monday.
Nick
Oh,
did
he
get
did?
that. He
Yeah.
went for
You
the,
go for the one stop,
he went
the
for
no
He
stop.
went for the fabled
Yeah.
zero stop strategy.
Yeah.
It didn't really work out too well for him.
No.
Oh, he's pulling in. He's pulling in.
Is he? Come
Oh,
on, Scordo.
he's got to pull in.
Get to
here.
the right.
Get
James
to
is
the
trying to
right.
pass. No, Scordo has the pit.
Oh,
James
they're
is
both
the pit
pitting.
too. They're both pitting. All right,
7
he has to get
seconds.
to his pit box. He's got 5 seconds.
no, get just past the line, right?
I don't even think he's past the pit.
Oh!
Oh my God.
I don't know. He
Scordo.
doesn't show any penalties yet.
Scordo braked way too early.
He did.
I mean,
he was being safe.
I don't know how close his pit stop was.
Does that count?
I think if you're
No,
in the
he's
pits,
not-
right?
No, I don't think it does. I don't think it does, guys. I
Maybe
think
we
you have
waive
to-
it. Best intentions.
I can't waive it. He's fighting for position, man. He probably gained a couple places. I can't do that. All right. Anyway, back to incident reports.
We want to see.
Oh yeah, we saw this one.
No, I think it's
Wanna see
7:20 and
Chris.
1, right? Oh no, it's this one. It's this one.
Yeah, but we have to. This isn't the right time, so I have to wait for this to play out, and then let's tune in to this incident between Chris.
Yeah,
and
this is
Ethan.
it.
Was Ethan a backmarker there?
Oh!
Oh my God!
No.
That was kind of
He should have stayed on the outside.
silly. That was very
Chris had
silly.
plenty
I
of
don't know
space. Ethan had
why-
plenty of space.
I don't know why Ethan turned back in like that. Why would you do that?
He should have stayed on the outside and been
That
just
was
fine.
definitely a
definitely-
collision on.
Yeah, I think that's worth at least a 5, if not.
He was a blue flag too.
Oh, that's brutal.
He was a blue flag too. I'm gonna have to give him a 15 for that.
Yeah, I think that's a 15.
I hate giving out penalties like these, but I mean I have to.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think Nuns is a liar in that case, but at least he's a fair liar. He loves giving out penalties. I think
I do love giving out penalties. I can't even lie.
you should see the smile on his face right now.
Poor Ethan. He's running last place. I mean, he is. Scordo is going to get a 130-second penalty for not pitting. So there is a bit of a battle going on between Scordo and Ethan.
That's true. It won't tell you that right now. It'll only be at the end for missing your pit box.
It will only pop up at the end. Yeah, but it'll pop up in the results file, so it's not a problem. Peter, the fastest man on track right now. by the way.
209.8.
I know.
Wow.
Yeah, he's lighting the track on fire at the moment.
No, actually, oh yeah, best is 208.6.
Yeah,
I was
that's
misreading that.
208.6,
Yeah,
and James is a 208.8. You know,
it's impressive.
yeah. It's all right. Nothing like my 208 flat on Monday, but you know,
Yeah,
it's
all
all right.
All right.
All right, your car was the best car. We get it. Yeah,
My
yeah,
car
yeah.
was most definitely not the best car. That Porsche is terrible.
Well, maybe not in the in the wet at Silverstone.
Maybe not in the wet at Silverstone.
That might be its
very possible.
sweet spot. You know?
Yeah, maybe like the extra rear end grip got some acceleration for me.
Yeah.
Definitely possible.
I mean, you were
Not
a
gonna rule it
second and a
out.
half faster than our fastest lap on Monday, and
Yeah.
a second and a half faster here. So,
Only 7/10 faster. I was 208 flat.
oh, you were 285. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see if James can claw back this 30-second gap. We might be seeing Peter's first victory. Oh, looks like there's a spin. Looks like Matt Butler. That's disappointing. I think Ethan's riding up on Matt now. Yeah, for position. This is a positional battle, ladies and gentlemen. I wonder if Ethan will be able to pull off a clean overtake. He's been having some trouble with the clean part.
He has.
But he is on Matt Butler. Both of them completely missing the apex in that turn. So we'll see.
Spoder
Going into
Legas.
Maggots and Beckett's. Please don't go for the overtake into here. Please be patient. Wait till the
Yeah,
straight.
wait for the exit.
Oh, Ethan gets a spin. No,
a little early on the
Ethan,
throttle.
No. Is he going to? Oh my God! Oh my God! I just know Phil's life flashed before his eyes.
Yes.
Can we get Phil cam?
Yeah, go Phil driver cam. Go driver.
Dude, I could see a little bit of brown in his seat. Can you see that?
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah,
it's
I
a little
can.
wet, but yeah,
Yeah.
I think you're right with the smell that's
Yeah.
now coming from his driver's seat.
Yeah, not a great smell. Not a great smell. Paul is also riding in, I think he's might be closing the gap on Phil. We'll see. Man, that damage is pretty severe on the front. I wonder if it's affecting his lap times at all. The aero does really mess with your speed on the straights. And
Yeah.
this track does have quite a few straights.
Some very high speed
Track.
straights and corners. Yeah.
Yeah. 3 big straights on this one. I'm trying to see, are there any other
What's
gaps
his gap?
in this
He's closing it. Oh, never mind. I was like, he's closing on
battle? I
Matthew,
mean,
but
he is closing. He closed in about half second.
now have they pit Phil and Paul?
Yes, so you can tell someone's pit. The green line on next to their number means that they have no more pit stops to serve, and then
Cool.
the number with the yellow means that they had to serve a pit stop.
Oh, that's why you can tell that he's
That's
going to
how I
have the
know.
132nd.
Yeah, that's how I
because-
know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And obviously the pit window closed, so that's a big tell there. But
Someone's going slow right now. Oh, it's Matt letting by faster traffic. He's kind of messing with Paul right now.
but yeah,
He's taking
Paul's
the
gonna try to-
apex. All right. Paul's going back on now. Yeah, he's.
Oh, because
closed-
Matt's
Paul's closed the gap on Phil to a second.
I was really getting confused with Phil Matthew and Matthew Butler.
Yeah.
I was getting messed up there. I'm like, why is he?
This gap's getting really close. I think Paul is feeling himself right now.
I like it. Let's
Yeah,
go for the overtake.
He's nice and comfortable out there, so maybe Paul can make. Phil can make that Ferrari nice and wide. Whoa! Phil loses it just as I say that.
And Zhivago takes over
man.
the slot.
And Phil with the rejoin right in front of Matt. But I think everything's okay. Let's see. James O'Brien right now is the faster car at the moment. Not the fastest car overall, but at the moment he is the fastest man on the track. I'm wondering to see. I don't know. Do you think 11 minutes is long enough to close a 25-second gap? I don't know.
What's the math there? That's
I mean, listen.
just 5 laps roughly,
Peter's
right?
last lap was a 2:12, and James's was a 2:09. I think
So 2 seconds
it's
over
very
5 laps.
possible that Peter did not change tires.
Yeah.
Yeah, very possible.
Even still, if it's only 2 seconds over 5 laps or so, it's only 10 seconds. So he's got to double that pace, which I don't know if that's possible. 209 is already fast
Yeah.
Peter's gotta mess up for
Peter
him
has
to-
really mess up. Yeah.
to get up there.
I mean, we'll see. I mean, is James O'Brien's worst result going to be a P2 finish?
Most likely.
That might have to be the dropped race.
Crazy.
Although next week we will be handicapping ourselves. Me and James. We're both going to be using the Emil Freight Jaguar,
Nice. Or shits and
which
giggles,
is
as they will.
which is a really old car. Which is, I guess, I didn't specify it was a car that you could pick because I didn't want to confuse people into picking the Jaguar because that thing is terrible. But I guess you could pick it for the league if you wanted to.
It was sub 2019.
Yeah, it was super sub 2019. I think it's like 2012 or something, 2013, something like that. Really old car. deadly quick on the straights, though. Maybe it might help at the track like Spa.
Spa's pretty fast.
Spa is a fast track. I don't think anyone's taking a Rouge flat without Jaguar, though.
No.
We'll see. We will see.
I might look to cheat and get some Coach Dave setups in
Coach
there.
Dave setups? Maybe.
Just to make sure I, take the podium at least once.
Coach Dave Delta is installed on Spider 1 at the moment.
Oh, I think I actually might be on
my
Spider
L- for
1.
my
Change
LE
some scheduling right
Oh,
now.
yeah.
No, I know I'm on a Spider for my last race, but I don't know which one.
I'm going to have to sign out of my Coach Dave Delta on Spider 1 just so Seamus doesn't get access to it.
Yep, remove the access to cheating because I might claim accidents.
It's like super hot over here. It's this PC.
PC's kicking out.
Yeah, oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm sweating bullets. You think we could turn that fan up or something?
Possibly, yeah.
You need a little personal mystery.
I think you're just sweating out the alcohol from last night. How many beers did you have last night?
Last night was a crazy night. Me and 14 of my friends pulled up to Bar Anticipation last night for Beat the Clock Tuesday. In case any of you are wondering, Beat the Clock Tuesday is a very special night where the beers start at 50 cents at 8 o'clock and go up by 50 cents every hour. My friends and I, 15 of us, between all of us had 285 beers. And I have a picture to prove it. We kept a stack of all of our cups, our used cups that we drank out of.
It's a solid number.
It is a solid number.
Very solid.
I think that stack of cups was larger than your youngest child, Seamus.
It might be, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's not a small human.
He's not. He's
No,
not.
no, yeah.
That was a pretty tall stack. I would say it was definitely like 4 feet.
Yeah,
That was
yeah,
it,
he's right
yeah.
there.
So yeah, that was a crazy night. So still recovering from that. That's hence why I'm not drinking any alcohol.
I will do that for him. And say, well, Cole.
Seamus is picking up my slack. Yeah, for
Yep.
sure.
I want to bring back to the race real quick. JOB had it down to 21 and just gave him second back real quick. Like,
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
oh man, he's actually starting to close it. But I think Peter's going to take pole on this one.
Scordo is a little upset right now. I think he lost it a little bit.
Little traction?
Yeah, he's not having a good time right now. And he will be receiving a 130-second penalty at the end of the race.
Yeah.
So, not great from him. Not great from him. But he's learning. He's improving. At least he's not. No, he's not on the lead lap. No, what am I saying? He's done 14 laps. He's actually been lapped twice. And the leader.
Oh, wow.
Sanjay's in his own world right now. He's only completed 15 laps.
No, him and Matt Butler are together, but
Yeah, but
there's a minute.
There's
yeah.
a 1 minute 30 seconds between him and Butler.
More
so-
than half a lap behind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's on his own planet. I think he's catching. Oh no, the gap to Phil is quite vast as well.
5 seconds.
No, the gap from
42.
Sonny to Phil is 40.
Oh, 42. Yeah, you're right.
seconds.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's a pretty substantial gap. See, the only thing that sucks is that the overlay here doesn't really show the gaps well. Like if you're not on the same sector,
Yeah.
it doesn't show. Like it doesn't show you together. Like
That's a
this is
shame.
like he's in a new sector, he's in a new sector, so it doesn't show.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
why there's no time there.
Yeah, because it's waiting to show the delta between sectors. So if someone
Yep.
crosses a new sector, you won't know the delta until.
And that's why it's
you're
not
in the
live.
same
It's not
sector.
constantly fluctuating right now. It's,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
sector to sector.
It's sector based. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's correct. But our race control overlay does have the live gaps, which is nice. I mean, I guess if I could, if you want like the regular HUD, like you could see live. Can you see live gaps? I don't know about that now.
No, it looks like it's static.
Looks like it. Yeah. Well, maybe it's to save processing
What's
power.
times?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, what does time say? Time's up.
Times. This is like a timetable.
Uh,
So also updated sector by sector. What's map? There's the map.
oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, but
I
don't
mean, we
want
should
that.
flash that every now and again. It's like a nipple, It's every good nice
Yeah.
to see a nipple every now and again.
Maybe if someone's
Flashing.
someone's
Well-
pulling out of the pits, I could see that being useful. Like,
Yeah, but it's also good just for context. It's like if somebody's
Visual.
battling. Yeah.
Seamus, did you raise the speed of that fan?
I did.
I am currently dying right now.
If I turn it up any higher, it might fall off the ceiling and kill Cole.
I
but
think-
I will try. I'm gonna
I
put it on
think I
6.
might end up
Oh,
taking
wow.
my shirt off right now because I am.
Let's keep
It
this
is
PG.
it is sweltering. I mean, it's
None
not
is
like we
getting
don't have a
Nelly.
camera. We don't have a camera on us right now, so.
True.
Well, that is not true. I have one right there.
Oh well,
It-
yeah, that's the security camera.
Yep.
We'll do an overlay.
I will make sure to overlay.
Let's get rid of this janky map in front of us. Phil right now holding the gap to Paul. Paul was actually lapping faster. I think Phil found some pace. He's actually
he's closing the gap.
He's actually matching times with
He just
Paul right now.
closed from
Both of them doing-
5.1 to 4. Oh no, he just gave it
Yeah,
back.
both of them did a 2:13.8 last lap. So
It's
we'll
quicker
see.
than I could put down.
We'll see. I mean, this is gonna be a test of wits between them. If Paul messes up, Phil's gonna be there to munch on whatever leftovers there are.
Yeah.
We'll see about that. Oh, it looks like Chris just died.
You feel like getting stronger?
Unfortunate for
I don't
Chris.
feel nothing.
I turned it to 6.
Are you sure it's
Are you
going
sure
in
you
the right
did?
direction?
Now it's moving. Now
I'm
it's
smashing
moving.
the 6.
Yeah.
Is
Now,
it rotating the proper way?
I googled it this morning and it says it is.
are you sure?
'Cause
I don't feel
like
a
it's sucking
downdraft.
up.
I thought it was the right way, and then Michael and or Eli switched it to counterclockwise.
I don't feel a downdraft, Seamus. I think
know.
that's
I thought it was
wrong.
right the first time.
Yeah, I think.
Can we?
Why'd you listen to
Fire.
Eli? He's never right.
And Michael.
Michael is usually not right either. Yeah, the blades are pointing.
Yeah,
the blades
yeah.
are pointing the wrong direction. It's blowing up right now. See how
on.
the blades are. Seamus, you had the blades spinning like this.
I had him
pushing air
I
up.
had him spinning the other way. They all fucked it up. The other
No,
way.
you would think.
This is what happens
You
when you
would
have employees
think.
that get paid just over minimum wage. They think they know what they're talking about.
You would. You
If
know.
I kept them at minimum wage.
I knew what I was talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah, 'cause
maybe
there's-
maybe I
it's
should get a raise
curved.
in my salary then.
It's curved. So now
Seamus, you heard it
push
here,
down.
everyone. Seamus just said yes when I said raise my salary.
Yep. He's now at minimum wage plus 1 cent.
Yes.
Now
Oh,
I
that's so
feel
much
it.
better. Yeah.
Oh my God, dude! I've been dying this entire time. The fans.
Eli and nuns. No, Michael. Michael. I take it back. You guys both screwed up our fans.
Oh my God, I feel so much better now.
Yeah, it's so much better.
Oh my God, I've been dying this
You're
entire
just
time,
cooling
ladies and gentlemen.
the ceiling off
I
before.
felt like I was in a sauna. Okay,
Yeah, that's so much better.
my real life race car doesn't get this hot. Jesus, man. Ethan looks like he just spun and died. Oh my God, he has severe damage.
Oh,
severe
no.
damage.
This is
Scordo though, licking his chops at this opportunity. I know his crew chief right now is saying,
push, push, push.
man the loop down, man the loop down, go, go, go. Spoder leg is not doing great. Not in prime condition.
Oh, it's going
right
to
now.
drop 10 degrees in here.
I wonder if he has suspension damage. Wow,
can
that
feel
is
the air
definitely
blowing off the
not
dust.
optimal aerodynamics. You know,
Oh,
Seamus, you would think, you know, the owner of a sim racing facility would know that fans pointing downward would blow the air
When
down.
I opened the business, I had them set correctly, and then I had some
Uh-huh.
people come in that thought they knew
like,
better.
are you gonna see that race car that's over there? Like, are you gonna turn the wing upside down to start generating lift?
That's how you relieve down pressure on the back. It's a front wheel drive car, so you got to make sure you remove drag by creating lift.
Yes, right, exactly.
It's physics. You just gotta
That makes sense.
Study
Now I know why the fan was blowing the wrong direction. I don't understand. You don't feel a downdraft, and they're like,
I know. It's like it was fine. They're like, why are you messing with it? I went to go type it in today on this
I actually
computer.
saw it. I actually
and
saw
it was-
it in the search history. Or
It was
something.
already in the search history. I'm like, somebody searched this already. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
I did see
why
that in
are
the search
you?
history.
Why are you messing with it?
Well, at least I'm no longer dying. That's good.
With 1 minute and 29 seconds left in the race.
Yep.
Perfect.
I've had to suffer this entire rest of the time. Phil is kind of closing the gap on Paul, and Paul, who's Paul rolling up on? Scordo.
Where's the
Yeah,
leader at?
Scordo.
Are we going to get another lap
Scordo,
out of this?
You're not supposed to fight this. Scordo, you have to give up the position. Oh no, he's going to go for a dive bomb, and Scordo, oh my God.
Is this the last turn? Yeah.
Please, Scordo, just give up the position. You're a blue flag. Oh God.
Oh. Lift.
What am I supposed to do here?
Oh.
Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing?
No!
What is happening? What is happening?
Wait, where's the leader? Oh, should have a handy map that showed where the leader was.
Scordo just interfered with the battle for P4. I don't know if Phil's going to be able to scoop anything up out of this. It is the final lap of the race, I believe. Actually, no. This is it will be the final lap, right?
Yeah, so we got a whole 2 minutes.
Yeah.
That's a big impact on the Paul.
Well,
and-
no. So Paul and Phil are going to have to lap around at least one additional time.
Yeah.
So, unless of course they get lapped by Peter, which is probably not going to happen. He's pretty far back.
Water time.
Yeah, to
Hydrate.
hydrate.
The gap between Phil and Paul is 2 seconds.
And Phil put up a 2:13.9 while Paul put up a 17.
Phil's
man.
running fast.
Well, the 17 was from
A couple
the contact
collisions,
with
yeah.
Squirto, yeah.
Yeah, touches there.
Speaking of contacts, have there been? Not really, no. There hasn't been a contact in a while. Just that one that just happened.
Yep.
Do I give Squirto a penalty for that? Does it even matter?
I think the
So
pit
it doesn't
stop,
even matter.
the pit stop
not even
penalty
changed.
is enough.
It is
Yeah.
enough. It is enough. Squirto is a minute 14 behind Ethan. I don't think.
17 laps in, yeah. Well, everyone else is pushing 20. It's not looking good, but
Just one race.
Phil
can drop
has
it.
a second gap down to 0.8 seconds. Is Phil gonna go for a final lap overtake onto Paul?
that's some drama. Let's
Oh
go.
my god. I want to see both these guys do well. Honestly, I don't have.
No,
I
this
don't
is
have,
it. We got 2 turns left.
I don't have a horse in this race. No, they have to go one more lap.
Really? No.
Yeah, really.
I think you just have to finish the lap you're on.
Don't think so.
We'll find out when they cross the finish line.
You have to do 20 laps?
Yeah.
I think you just
Do you?
finish the lap you're on once it starts.
No. I'm like 90% sure they have one more lap. Yeah, they're still going.
They're yellow. What does that mean?
There's been an incident.
That's a
on
yellow
track.
flag right there? Yeah.
there's
Oh, Ethan's in the wall. What's
Again.
happening?
I don't know. Is he okay? Yeah, only Peter has finished the race, so
Now they're on.
we have to tune in for the battle. Congratulations, by the way, to
Wait,
Peter.
hold on. What is this?
Checkered.
Oh, that's 'cause you're on
took
Peter.
the checkered flag. Yeah. Congratulations to Peter on his victory.
Fuck.
Everything
Damn
shut
it.
off.
Like it would blip where you just keep going straight and then all of a sudden
The computer would lag, basically. We had some issues.
what was the
Fourth and fifth are battling right now.
Still looking at the battle between Phil and Paul. We are approaching. We're in
Phil's
we're in the
pushing.
middle sector right now, approaching the Hamilton Straight. This is a great place to capitalize and get some extra speed going. If you decide to take the risky.
But Paul with the big
Oh
exit
my
there.
God, Chris with the drive-through penalty. He might have
What just
exceeded track
happened?
limits. That might have
Oh,
been
too many track limits?
Possibly. That's a hefty penalty. These guys. This is a fight for a podium. Possibly. This might be a podium.
With that drive-through, that's a
Podium battle.
big factor.
Yeah.
Damn.
I think
Oh,
Paul just went
Phil
wide. I
lost
think
traction.
Paul went wide.
Who, Paul went wide or Phil?
Yeah, Paul went wide. Phil,
you-
oh my God.
Can you go helicam?
4 to 3 seconds.
I want to see a higher.
He has a run. Phil just has to hold it. Oh, I think Paul. No,
No,
the
Paul has
acceleration on that Porsche is insane. Dude, Phil
Final 2 corners.
Phil is catching up 0.3.
Ooh, he closed that gap coming in, but let's see how the exit is.
Oh my
he's
God.
On him. Oh, Paul kind of lost
No,
traction.
Phil, you overslowed. You
Yeah.
overslowed, Phil. You were supposed to go deep into that.
Oh, and then he was too early on the power. He
Wait,
started to go
Paul
sideways.
spun. Oh my God, it's gonna be a dash to the
Oh
line. No, Phil, get to the right, dude.
Oh my God, what a
Oh
race!
my God, what a finish, dude. Phil had that in the bag. Phil had that in the bag.
You what? Sorry?
Oh my god, I got collected like 3 times.
Yeah,
It was
we watched a
It was a
lot.
tough one. It was a tough result.
The racing on everything. and people just
Oh man, that was so disappointing, dude. Phil had that. All he had to do was get over to the right.
Just get over to the
He
open
could have
space.
dashed. He could have beat Paul on that dash for the podium.
Yep.
Although, is that a podium? I'm not sure. With Chris's
We'll have to
penalty,
see.
I'm
Chris, you
not
got a
sure.
drive-through at the end.
Yeah,
Yes.
I didn't complete the drive.
I think.
What was that? Was it off-track, like track limits?
Track limits, I even slowed down and I knew my 4 tires were going to go over.
Yeah.
Same corner every single time.
So, Chris, you can serve a drive-through penalty on the last lap. You just dash through the finish line.
And you'll get a time deduction.
Yeah. So you got the time deduction anyway.
Okay, and I still got third, I guess, right?
You got second.
I have
we'll
no
see
idea.
how the times.
You might not have.
That was pretty disappointing with all those penalties.
Yeah. I'm gonna
There
have
were
to
many incidents of turn-ins.
what was the turn 1 incident? 'Cause that gave me damage from the very beginning.
I don't remember. There were so many.
I
Turn 1,
saw.
lap 1. That was
We gave a penalty for that, so we can review that in the post race. But I wanted to get a I wanted to get a Peter interview. If Peter would come over here, you want to go fetch Peter?
Mr. Zamora.
Oh well, that works. That works too.
We'd like to speak to you in the front office, please. Mr. Zamora. Is that like my loudspeaker voice?
Peter, great result from you. Congrats on the win. This is I think your first win of the GT3 League, and the only race where Job did not win. So very exciting. Do you have anything to credit this win to? Like any
First, I want to say sorry to Chris. Lap 1, I got into his door on a left-hander. I felt like he overslowed, but I didn't check up enough, so that was my bad. And then I didn't realize what had happened to James in the beginning, and then I realized I was in P1. The light rain, I practiced in medium thinking it was medium, so I found some time and I just focused on being consistent. I know in the wet, all the consistent people may make mistakes, and that's my opportunity, so I was able to just stay consistent and avoid. It was rough passing some lap traffic at points.
Sure.
Yeah.
But it was fun overall. It was a fun race.
Well, you did get, congratulations to P1. You also did get the fastest lap of the race. If we had a driver of the day vote, I'm sure you would get it, but we don't. So
Thank you.
Excellent result from you. Definitely great to bring that one home. There won't be any champagne, but you can,
If it's a one race I win this whole league, I'm happy it's the rain race because
that's a good
the
way to
rain
win.
sets apart a lot of drivers.
This is definitely a fun one. I think I enjoyed this.
I've never been this sweaty.
All nerves all day.
It's because the fans were bowling the wrong way, by the way. But anyway, to our stream. Thank you so much for tuning in. This was a great race, good result. We're gonna sign off, but before that, we're gonna go to a quick commercial break. But James, you have anything you want to say to wrap this up?
No, thanks to Nuns for a great stewarding as always. We might not always agree, but somebody's got to make the hard choices. So it's great to have live stewarding, live broadcasting. This is a fun thing we do at Apex. So no, thanks for tuning in, everyone.
Thank you guys. Have a good night.
Hi, my name is Julie from Apex One, and we own the most realistic high-end racing simulators in Westfield, New Jersey. The fun goes beyond racing. We're also a lounge, so don't be afraid to bring your friends and family to join the fun. We host private events such as birthday parties, corporate events, and team building. Throughout the year, we have many events such as F1 watch parties, cars and coffee, and many more. Don't worry, we accept walk-ins whenever you have that itch to race or want to experience something new. Membership packages are also available. We offer black, gold, and platinum membership. You're one seat away from racing your dream car at a fraction of the price. Whether you're into GT, Formula, drifting, or other racing, we got you covered. So book your racing session or next event now at apex1-nj.com.
I don't believe it, baby. I know you lied.